Good evening and welcome to Lima Senior High School. Tonight, WSM brings you a Toledo City Athletic League contest. The Scott Bulldogs are in town to play the Lima Senior Spartans. Our presenting sponsor tonight is Wapak Canetta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakcanetta.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapak-Canetta. My name is Mark Schein. My players do play-by-play alongside Mr. Jerry Snodgrass. Jerry, Toledo Scott comes in at 2-2 on this season. They started out with a couple of losses and they got a couple of wins. They do have a TCAL loss to start. That was by a rather big score. What do you think about Keith Tate's team this evening?
Well, first of all, that loss to start starts good. Starts very talented, have some very good wins. Coach Tate is looking for them to improve game by game by game. I think this is going to be a tough one for them to do it, but they really lack depth. They're young, they're inexperienced. They returned 2 role players. Scott was very good last year as a district runner-up. However, one of those returning players, even though they were role players last year, Kamari Ford, isn't even starting tonight. So, looking for improvement. A lot of weaknesses, but I think, that's what Lima Senior is really going to try to exploit tonight.
Toledo start 2-2 on the season. They average 50.3 points per game, but they've been giving up 65.8. They will start number 1, Jaden Sims. Jaden's a junior. Number 3, Rodney Buchanan. He's a freshman. Number 5, Montrese Harris, a senior. Lanante Allison wears number 10. He is a sophomore. And number 11, Rashid Reed, is also a sophomore in the starting lineup. So they're going to start a pair of sophomores and a freshman this evening, along with a junior and a senior. Quincy Simpson's team, Lima Senior, they are 2-1 on the season. Tough loss on Tuesday night at Whitmer. That's a really good Whitmer team. It's a good Spartan team. Yeah,
it is. And you got to respect guys that, take that non-league schedule and try to play the best. And, I think, too, some teams, especially if they're not loaded with football players, they can afford to do that. They're in much better basketball condition, much better basketball, sync, I think, right now than a lot of schools would be at this time of year.
Lima Senior 2-1 on the season. They average 73.7 points per game. They give up 55.3. They do have a TCAL win over Bowser, 87-44 in their opening game of the season. Quincy Simpson's team will start number 0, Willie Foster. Willie is a 6'2 junior, averaging 11.7 points per game. Number 1 is Amari Addy. Amari is a 6-foot junior, averaging 6.3 and nearly 4 assists. Number 2, Jaquel Cotton, averages 17 points a game, does the 6'7 senior, and 6.3 rebounds. Number 5, Boog Wilson, 5'11 senior at 7.7 points per game. And number 11, Sean Foster, averaging 18.3. He averages 4 rebounds and 2.7 assists for the 6'2 sophomore. Lima Senior and Toledo Scott split last year in the regular season and tournament matchups. Well, Scott has won 7 of the previous 10 meetings between these 2 teams. We're going to be back with the opening tip after this. Our presenting sponsor today is Wapak Canetta Ford. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. We're back on Lima Senior. A little starting lineup action for the Spartans this evening as you see their lineup being introduced. Likewise, there were some changes made in the Toledo Scott lineup from what was originally put on the board this evening. So let's go back through those again. Then we'll go with number 1, Jaden Simpson. Jaden's a 5'6 junior. Number 10 is Lanante Allison. He's a 6'1 sophomore. Number 20 is Tehran Hines. He is also a sophomore. Number 22 is Mashai Scott, 6'2 senior. And number 32, Rolandis Russell, who is a junior.
And Mark, Jaden Sims is the only one with experience from last year. And again, kind of a role player a year ago. So they are very, very youthful going into this year.
Our opening quarter sponsor tonight is Pat's Donuts and Cream. Visit any of our 4 area locations, including our newest location at 600 South Cable, next to Lima Central Catholic, and they are open daily. Jerry, you and I were talking. I like coffee. You like coffee. And I said, I'm going to go into Pat's Donuts and just get a coffee.
Yep, I know.
That ain't happening.
No, how in the world?
Yeah.
I don't think they would let you do that.
No, and you wouldn't want to either. Our officials this evening, Reyes Ramirez, Kevin Smith, and Michael McGue are our officiating crew this evening. This is a TCAL game this evening. Lima Senior matched up with their white uniforms, gray and red trim, and Toledo Scott in their burgundy uniforms. along with some gray and white trim. It's the Bulldogs, and the Spartans. Lima Senior will go from left to right on your screen. Jaquel Cotton jumps center, and he will jump against Rolandis Russell. Tipped into the backcourt a couple times, but it ends up into the hands of Allison. Trying to make a penetration dribble is Jaden Sims. Spartans double him up, and he finally gets it over to Mashai Scott. Scott, this will be a pull-up jumper that will go off the back of the rim for Hines. Rebound Lima Senior, and Amari Addy will advance the basketball.
You know, Mark, and I think even that first defensive possession saw a lot of pressure on the basketball, and I think that's what's going to be a big key for Lima Senior throughout this.
Back screen, and we've got a lob play that ends up in a basket for Sean Foster. Spartans execute perfectly and jump right into their man-to-man press. Allison throws the ball ahead and missed his target.
You know, you like seeing that on that first offensive possession. You know, nothing is called. They know what they're going to do, and they executed it perfectly.
Bounce pass into Boog Wilson, who was honored before the game this evening as he gives the basketball back to Addy for being a first-team All-Ohio wide receiver this year. Congratulations to Boog. Backdoor cut and to the rim, but missing the dunk inside is Willie Foster. This is Cotton for three, and Jaquel lights the lamp.
I guess it's okay when you miss a dunk, you know?
Yeah, come back with a three.
Hey, that's okay, we'll get three.
Wilson will pick up his first foul. Jaquel Cotton now has 9 made three-point field goals in the season. That leads Lima Senior, and Toledo Scott, just 1 minute and 7 seconds in, takes a timeout. You're watching high school basketball at WOSN. Jaquel Cotton just nailed a 3-ball for Lima Senior. Our three-point field goal sponsor tonight is Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years, with offices in downtown Lima and in Bluffton. Our initial timeout goes to Scott. Our timeout sponsor tonight is Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. And Jerry, we didn't play very long before we got a Scott timeout.
107, we got one early. You know, too, that's the second time down, second offensive possession by Lima Senior, and the second backdoor cut that, you know, by all methods, they had it. They just missed the dunk.
Hines lost the basketball, headed to the rim as Willie Foster. Spin move, Foster goes off glass, no. Rebound comes to Allison. And he's trapped up on the sideline as Sims loses the basketball, stolen back again. Shall we say Prey is a little frantic right now, Jerry?
A little frantic, but at the same time, there's not been one pass by Scott that hasn't had a defensive hand on it or, you know, a hand in the face that it just went straight out of bounds.
Amari Addy, who averages nearly 4 assists on the season, passed to Cotton at the top of the circle. Jaquel. Hand off Addy, and we're going to get a foul that will go against Scott. Looks like it goes to number 22. That's Mashai Scott. Each team's committed a foul here in less than 2 minutes.
That
and what?
Must have been a hold in the offensive foul.
Yeah, off the ball, they got Jaquel Cotton. I did not catch the foul, but it was on the far side of the floor trying to get free some space for himself. Lima Senior has 2 team fouls. That's Cotton's first. Pass inside, basketball goes to Hines, and he kicks it ahead to Jaden Sims. 3-ball out of the corner, Mashai Scott. Nope, passed it up instead, and then they get a finish inside. This will be Tyron Hines with the first basket for the Bulldogs. Spartans in a hurry. Wilson out of the corner, nope. Soaring in for the rebound and tipping it back in is Sean Foster. He's got 4 early on.
Well, you know, they've had 3. I think that's their 3rd offensive rebound in just a few possessions.
Spartans in a 1-2-1-1 zone press. Jumper coming out through that press and nailing that is Hines. He's got back-to-back baskets for his 4 points.
That's a nice-looking shot. Left-handed player.
Got through the press and scored. Cotton up at the volleyball line. Hands off to Addy. To the corner goes to Wilson. Cotton gets another 3 look. That bounces around, and yet another offensive rebound, but that time Foster doesn't finish.
Yeah, Foster had perfect inside position. You know, you watch him, and he knows. He's got such a sense that he knows where the ball's coming off. He knows when it's going to be shot, and he gets that inside position right away.
Cotton with a steal. Here's a pass ahead. That's just a little bit far past Sean Foster. Couple of subs in for Lima Senior already. With number 4, Noah Simpson checks in, as is number 15, Deshaun Greer. Jerry Deshaun Greer is a 6'4" junior, averaging about 3 a game. Really good football player. Last year, he got better and better and better basketball, and he made a huge difference in the last half of the season.
Well, and I think, too, you know, coming off of a tough football season and, you know, a couple extra games in there, too, you know, it's going to take a little time.
Jumper out of the corner. That 3 bounces around, doesn't go, and Simpson just checked in, gets the rebound, throws it ahead to Cotton. Jaquel gets pocket picked. Sims with a steal. Scott gives the basketball up to Tyron Hines. Getting huge pressure that time by Willie Foster. And Willie Foster will pick up his first foul and the 3rd Spartan foul in the first 3.5 minutes.
So Tyron Hines, you know, at the guard position for Scott, you know, being pressured, you know, unbelievably. But actually, he's been pretty good handling the ball so far against that pressure.
Lanante Allison will be the inbounder. And it pass is knocked out of bounds by Greer.
You can just kind of tell, you know, you get the sense we're only less than 4 minutes into the game, but, you know, that pressure, you know, Lima Senior pressure, sooner or later, it's going to get you.
Simpson guarding the inbounder. Pass comes inbounds to Hines. Hines goes to the rim. He's got all 6 of the Scott Bulldog points. Willie Foster trying to get in the lane. Simpson out of the corner for 3. And we got a foul inside on the rebound. That is assessed to. That one goes to number 32. I missed the original foul. Thought it was on 22. They're both fouls now. Been on Rolandus Russell.
Good 3 that time. Great look off the inbounds pass. Cotton's got another one.
6 points for Jaquel on 2 made 3-point field goals, and that foul goes to Deshaun Greer. So the Spartans with 4 fouls here in the quarter, and we're not halfway through it yet. Allison inbounding, looks, and finally gets it inbounds. He found Jaden Sims. Sims' pass was headed for Hines and went out of bounds, so yet another Scott turnover.
You know, a Scott turnover, but at the same time, just attributed to Lima Senior's pressure.
Number 14, Braylon Ballard, a junior, will enter. He becomes the first Bulldog sub, and he will take the place of Rolandus Russell with those 2 fouls. Simpson down in the corner. It goes to Willie Foster. Willie moves and goes to the goal and scores his first basket. Averages 11.7 points per game. Spartans have them doubled up at 12-6. Sims passes over to Allison. And was that tipped out of bounds? It was not. Nope. Just mishandled. Back into the game comes Amari Addy and Boog Wilson.
Coach Simpson using that bench, and you know, when you're playing at that pace and you're doing that much pressure, you have to do it.
And when the other guys aren't as deep, it just wears on you. Amari Addy working out front. Wilson. Noah Simpson got a back cut to Addy. That was really well done.
Yeah, they've executed offensively extremely well in the quarter court.
4th Spartan to score in the quarter was Boog Wilson. Here's a trap. Sims looking for somebody to pass it to and gets it down in the corner. This will be a 3 out of the corner. That bounces long. And in the fight for the rebound, ends up into the hands of Scott. Tyron Hines has all of the Scott Bulldogs points in the quarter. He just missed that 3.
Had an open look, too.
This time he goes baseline and gets knocked out of bounds by Addy. Yep. That's going to be free throw time. This is the 5th foul of the quarter. Our free throws today are brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphos, and in St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here. And Jerry, I thought, I'm going to get supper after the game tonight. There are people in front of us eating Lee's chicken.
Yes.
And I'm going, oh, really? So here's Hines. He's got all 6 points. Missed that free throw.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. 14-6. Officiating crew reminding Montrese Harris, who just checked in. He's keep his shirt tail tucked in on the floor. And now all 7 points go to the sophomore, Tyron Hines. In a hurry, Wilson goes to the goal and gets it knocked out of bounds.
In a hurry, but did you see how organized and how quick that ball was taken out and gotten up the court? Again, wasn't just flying down there. There was some organization to it.
Here's Rodney Buchanan into the game. Rodney is a freshman. He was listed as a starter originally, and then they changed the lineup as Lima Senior loses the basketball in the inbounds pass. Lima Senior's beaten Bowsher 87-44, then Princeton 72-56 before losing Tuesday night 66-62 to that very talented Whitmer team. Scott started out with a pair of losses to Maumee Valley Country Day and Start before defeating Grand River Academy 75-65 and Mount Clemens, Michigan 50-44.
You're seeing an awful lot up in the Toledo area, especially the parochial schools, but playing a lot of Michigan schools.
Addy, back of the rim. Rebound. Hines headed the other way. And he hands off to Mashai Scott to the rim and got a shot over the rim that time. Headed the other way is Sean Foster. Wilson gets a 3 look. Bounces off the rim, ripped away that time by Harris. I missed there's a 3 that's going to go up. That bounces out for the freshman, Buchanan. We'll go back the other way. Under 2 minutes to go opening quarter. Sean Foster got to the foul line area. Noah Simpson goes baseline. Spin move. Got off the glass, no, but he got his own rebound. And then lost it into the hands of Ballard. Braylon throws it ahead. There's that left-handed 3 out of the corner. That bounces off the rim. Willie Foster rebounds on Mariatti rebounds. Lob pass. Foster, nope, but got fouled.
For the most part right now, Scott's playing okay defensively. I think they've altered a lot of shots. They've done a good job on the boards.
Montrese Harris picks up his first foul, 3rd of the quarter, and to the free throw line to shoot Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throws will be Sean Foster, who shoots 70% at the line on the season. Our scoreboard today is brought to you by Rhodes State College. Start your journey today at Rhodes State College. Free throw good. That's the 5th point for Sean Foster in the quarter. Spartans up 15-7. Back to the free throw line again goes Sean Foster, the very talented 6'2 sophomore, had a great freshman year. Makes that one as well. He's got 6 in the opening quarter. Willie Foster will re-enter.
And that little stoppage of the clock on that substitution allows them to just get set up and press all the harder.
He's going to start man-to-man, then he'll look for somebody to double up at the first opportunity. Inbound pass goes to Ballard. And then right back to the inbounder, Allison. On top to Jaden Sims. Sims working the lane, but he lost it that time, headed the other way. This is Willie Foster.
That's what he got.
Yes, sir. Emphatically on a throw down by Willie Foster. Gives him 4 in the opening quarter. Stretches the lead double figure at 11. And then we're going to get a foul as Noah Simpson overcommitted defensively and bumped the Scott Bulldog out of bounds. That'll be free throws at the other end. Let's see who gets to shoot free throws. To the free throw line will go That is Lanante Allison, 6'1" sophomore. He makes these. He will be the first person not named Hines to score for Scott in the opening quarter, just under a minute to go.
Well, we haven't seen Kamari Ford yet, for Scott, and he's one of the 2 returning players from last year.
Bounced out on the free throw. .7 to go, opening quarter. 18-7 on the Rose State College scoreboard. It's another Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw. And that one will splash in. 18-8. Lima Senior by 10. Lost the ball, headed the other way. This is Harris. Montrese fights inside, but lost the basketball to Boog Wilson. Noah Simpson tried to throw it inside. Back to Addy, and Amari's shot doesn't go. Spartans steal it back again. Here's Greer. And Greer goes up. It's going to get the and one opportunity.
What a strong move. What a strong move.
Would you think that Deshaun Greer plays football? Very strong move to the goal for him. The foul went to Braylon Ballard, his first. And to the free throw line for an and one opportunity, meaning a Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw, will be Deshaun Greer. That bounces out. And let's see if Scott tries to play for last shot here. Tough to do against pressure defense to play last shot for 30 seconds. Down 12.
I've had a tough enough time playing for any shot. I think he double dribbled.
I got away with it, didn't he?
Yep.
Sims loses the basketball. It's tipped out of bounds by Noah Simpson.
Sometimes you look at Lima Senior and think, they're a little reckless, They're maybe turnover on the offensive end, whatever. But they just get it right back. And that's when you play like that, you're willing to give up. You're going to give up a few, but at the same time, you're going to get them back.
Jumper in the lane will bounce out. Willie Foster rebounds. Spartans with 10 seconds to go. Foster goes all the way to the rim and finishes. Willie Foster's got 6 in the opening quarter, and Simpson's going to get called for a foul. Noah Simpson picks up his second. He is the first Spartan to have 2 fouls in the basketball game, and that's kind of unfortunate with just 3.2 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, it is, and right now that's the only thing that's, when I say keeping them in the game, it is 22-8, but it also kind of slows the rhythm down, and halts things a little bit, which is against Lima Senior. They want to just get out and go.
Lanante Allison, who just split a pair at the free throw line a moment ago, gets a look at a couple of Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws. That one's short. That was always my goal, Jerry. When I played against a team that wanted to run up and down the floor, get to the free throw line because the whole game stops.
Yep.
And when you're a pressing team, you want that clock to run and you want the pace to stay up and not give them a chance to collect their thoughts.
Yeah, it's amazing sometimes what just disrupting that, that pace does.
Spartans trying to get a shot at the end of the quarter. That pass is stolen, and that will bring quarter number 1 to the end. After 8 minutes, Lima Senior 22, Toledo Scott 9. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. We're back at Lima Senior. Our presenting sponsor tonight is Wapak Canetta Ford. You are new and pre-owned inventory at WapakCanetta4.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapak Canetta. And our second quarter night is brought to you by Pat's Donuts and Cream. Visit any of our 4 area locations, including our newest location at 600 South Cable, next to Lima Central Catholic, open daily. Jerry, Lima Senior had 3 players with 6 points in the opening quarter.
That's
good
amazing.
Balance.
And again, I look at that, their break is right down the sideline and so quick. I know that, you're going to, when you fast break, you are fast, but boy, they're down there so quick. And it just puts the defense so much pressure on them because they're out of position. And that, shot goes up, even if it's missed, you're in a better position to rebound as well.
Willie Foster, Jaquel Cotton, and Sean Foster all have 6 points in the opening quarter. The leading scorer in the game is Tyron Hines. He's got 7 of the 9 points for the Scott Bulldogs. Willie Foster works the lane and has points at 7 and 8 for him. This is Buchanan. Rodney tries to get inside, tipped away from behind by Addy. That shot's blocked by Jaquel Cotton, headed to Mercyhurst to continue his basketball career. Lob pass, nope. Tip, nope. Rebound. And Buchanan has to back out. Actually, Jerry, it is not Mercyhurst. It's Detroit Mercy, isn't it?
Yes.
He's going to. My mistake on that. And losing the basketball off the dribble is Jaden Sims, the 5'6" junior. Scott's going to make a substitution. Let's see who checks in. Looks like it's going to be number 32, Rolandis Russell, scoreless in the opening quarter, partly because he had a couple fouls, had to sit some. Jaquel Cotton looks and finally finds Sean Foster on top of the circle. Down inside to Cotton on a really nice pass from Addy. That's why he averaged almost 4 assists a game.
You know, that's the other thing that is impressive right now with Lima Senior. You know, if they don't have that break, if they don't have that steal and running with it, they're set up in an offense and they get a good look at it.
I think one of the concerns that you talk to Spartan fans, they have so many guys that can score. Who will be the distributor? But they share the basketball.
They do. Saw that on a couple of those alley-oop, you know, those lobs inside that, you know, they're willing to give it up for somebody a little bit better.
Boog Wilson works the lane, gives it up to Cotton. He ball fakes and goes in and lays it off glass, and he becomes the first double-figure scorer in the game with 10. Spartan lead is up to 28-9. And what do we got? We have contact. The foul will go as a block and will go against, I think, Jaquel Cotton. It is. Jaquel now has 2 fouls in the game. Averages 17 points a game and 6.3 rebounds.
On that last basket on the offensive end, you know, that's kind of a lost art. You see a nice shot fake, you know, get him off his feet just enough and go around him and control so you're not running over somebody charging.
Shots blocked by Addy. Cotton's going to throw it ahead, but he overthrows Wilson. Well, when you make a couple threes, you get that defense will come run at you. That's when you make that shot fake and go.
That is being a well-rounded player.
I'm sure the Spartans glad to have him back. Jaquel missed a major portion last year with a broken foot. And he is playing very well this year. Russell throws it out on top. Here's a three that's going to go up. Bounces off the rim. Jaquel with another rebound. Here's another skill he has, lead to break. Throws ahead to Sean Foster.
Looks so confident with the ball, too.
Sean Foster goes baseline, and he will draw contact, and Sean Foster will get a pair of Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throws. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here. The foul was assessed to Tyron Hines, his first, team's first of the quarter. And Sean Foster, who made a pair of free throws in the opening quarter, will get 2 more right here.
Mark, our last several sponsors, you know, I missed dinner tonight.
I know.
I got here a little bit early, and I thought, man, quit reading those.
I know.
You know?
That one and the Lee's guy, and yeah, I know. Thinking the same thing.
Lee's Chicken is good. I will say that. Very good.
Sean Foster's second free throw. That gives him 7 points in the game. Get the Scott Bulldog substitution in the game. This is Bashai Scott back in the game. Sorry, Drew.
And, you know, I'm trying to look at players, you know, and let alone the team, but for Lima Senior, and find a weakness. I don't really find one.
There's a pull-up jumper by Tyron Hines. He's got 9 of the 11 points for Scott so far. Addy works in the lane, gets Cotton. Cotton goes up strong. Nope. The rebound, the guy who just checked into the basketball game, throws it ahead to Hines. Tyron looking for somebody. Finally finds Rodney Buchanan in the corner. Rodney goes baseline. Cotton almost had a steal, and he did.
Yeah, he did.
Knocked it out of bounds, Jerry, off of Rolandis Russell.
He's just got a great court sense, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Anticipates where a pass is going to go, anticipates where it's going to come off the glass on a missed shot.
Noah Simpson enters. Lima Senior won the freshman game tonight, 35-34. They also won the JV game, 55-26. Trying to make it a clean sweep in this game. Sean Foster gets a 3 look that bounces off the rim, and the rebound comes to Rodney Buchanan. This is Rodney right here. Down the corner it goes to Scott. Cotton high above everybody for the rebound. Throws it ahead to Noah Simpson, who goes to the rim. You probably don't get an assist on that, but you should.
Yeah, you sure should.
It's going to be a foul that will go against Noah Simpson. If it is on his, that is number 3 on Noah. You know, when you got a big guy who can rebound and then lead the break, that just allows more guys to get out and get in transition because you don't have to worry about a point guard bringing the ball up.
Right. You know, and you just love that if you're a guard.
Here's Isaiah Cunningham checks in. We're going to get a Metzger Financial Services timeout. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Timeouts tonight are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. Our scoreboard sponsor tonight is Road State College. You can start your journey today at Road State College. That shows Lima Senior with a 31-11 lead. And that was a Lima Senior timeout. No, it was not. It's a Scott timeout.
Yeah. You know, Mark, if you're a guard and you've got a big man that can rebound like he rebounds, handle the ball like he see the floor like he sees the floor, man, you love that as a guard because you can just take off.
Just take off. Absolutely.
And I think that's where you talk about the team concept and everything. Every player has trust in that other player. And that's that, you know, how do teams get that? You know, it's hard to say, but boy, you have trust in each other.
Off the foot it goes. Scramble for the basketball as Allison lost the ball. Buchanan skies for the rebound inside. Does number 32, Rolandis Russell, for his first basket. Jaquel Cotton ball fakes. Wanted to get a 3 up. Skip pass that goes into the corner. This is Cunningham, who just checked in. Battle for the rebound. Jaquel Cotton ends up with it. It was tipped to him by Sean Foster, and we will get Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws.
You know, too, when Scott gets them in a half-court game, they do a pretty good job of checking out. Now, they gave up the offensive rebound on that one, but more because of size and just quickness. But problem is, you can't get them into a half-court game.
Yeah. The foul went to Mashai Scott, his first. Into the free throw line with already 10 points in the game. Jaquel Foster, .11 for him. So I've got a sub waiting at the bench for Jaquel. Let's see, he's going to shoot one more free throw.
Like to think if you're playing Lima Senior, you're going to try to walk the ball up the court, take time. How in the world are you ever going to walk it up?
Exactly.
You can't.
And Jaquel Foster, who has been perfect at the free throw line on the season now, will take a seat and be replaced by Deshad Greer. Lima Seniors played 8 in the opening quarter. Looking on the baseline for somebody to pass the ball into is Allison. He gets it back and throws it ahead, this time to Scott. Pass is lost inside. Jump shot will not fall in the lane for Russell. Russell's battling for the rebound and will go up again. That one also bounces out. He gets it again and goes up. That young man's battling. And Isaiah Cunningham ends up in the ball in the corner. And Amari Addy will push it. Addy goes the length of the floor and scores. He turned the Jets on that time. He averages 6 points a game. That's his first basket.
Turned the Jets on, but controlled his body so well to not pick up a charge.
And seeing a trap coming, the freshman Rodney Buchanan overshot a teammate. We had a lot of three-point attempts in this quarter. Nobody's made one yet. Our three-point sponsor is Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years, with offices in downtown Lima and in Bluffton.
That last pass couldn't be caught, but at the same time, Deshad Greer was just waiting on that.
It's a 3 out of the corner by Willie Foster. Deshad Greer snatched the rebound out of the air, then tracked it down at midcourt. Sean Foster trying to get open. Accepts the screen, goes to the rim, and was fouled going to the rim.
he just controls himself so well. You know, you look at it, look, he's going into a bunch of traffic, but somehow or another he just gets an open shot at it. The only way to stop him is to foul him.
Lenante Allison picks up his first foul, the third of the quarter, and back to the free throw line. Will go Sean Foster, where he is 3 for 4 this evening to shoot Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws. And he rolls it in. Point number 8 for him. Foster again. And makes another one. So he is now 5 out of 6 at the free throw line this evening. Buchanan. That's a bad place to pick up the ball, freshman. You'll learn. Headed baseline this time is Scott. Missed a shot. Rebound Cunningham. Isaiah throws it ahead, and we have our second Willie Foster emphatic dunk. Got 10 in the game now.
And that's what I mean about the unselfishness and the trust in each other. You know, he'll give him that. You know, he'll give up that pass. He sees it. He knows what he's going to do with it.
Spartans 39-13. To the corner he goes to Russell. Throws it way back out on top. And they will reset with Shai Scott. Stolen. Boog Wilson will give it up. And going for the dunk that time was Sean Foster, and he was fouled.
You know, Mark, I don't know about you, but in my coaching time, we didn't have a whole lot of players that could practice that. You know what I mean? Like
Rolandus Russell becomes the first Scott Bulldog with 3 fouls, and back to the free throw line goes Sean Foster. Sean's got 9 points in the game, a couple of field goals, and 5 free throws. Get a couple more Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws.
That
one, nope.
That's one of the things that strikes me, though, right now. You know, we always talk about guys open in front of you, you throw it. That's exactly what Lima Senior does.
Amir Simpson checks in. Amir's a 6'3" junior. He wears number 21. I'm sorry, that was not Amir. That was number 20 that checked in. Taco Haithcock, 5'11" sophomore. And Foster spins that one in. He becomes a double-figure scorer now with 10. Trapped in the corner. Here's the pass out to Hines. Tyron goes to the rim and banks one in. He's got 11 in the game now. Got 11 of the 15 points that Scott's put on the board. It's a 25-point lead. Wilson gives it up into the corner. This is Isaiah Cunningham. Long three, bounces off the rim. Deshaun Greer soared in to grab the rebound. 2:04 to go, second quarter. We're going to take a media timeout. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. That foul went to a Scott Bulldog who had just checked in a moment ago. It's Gucci Scott. He's got his first foul. So that Metzger Financial free throw bounces, or excuse me, our Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw bounces out. It was Metzger Financial Services timeout.
Well, Mark, you mentioned it before, but Tyron Hines for Scott, only a sophomore. Actually, he's having a good game.
He's having a good game, isn't he? Doesn't get many shot opportunities because of pressure defense has forced so many turnovers, but he has been efficient when he's gotten the basketball. That pass is stolen, but in the process of doing so, Taco Haithcock stepped out of bounds. 5'11" sophomore, averaging 5 a game. Here's Mashai Scott to do the inbound duties. And to the rim, unable to finish inside though is Sims, and putback will go. Gucci Pope has his first basket. He's a junior. Greers came in to get the rebound, and he's still out of bounds. Yep. That is correct. The Lima Senior sub back in. Amari Addy will be back into the game. Spartans up 41-17 in the TCAL game tonight. Toledo City Athletic League, high off the glass. Nope. Cunningham's been effective since he's been in the game. That's another rebound for him. And whose foot did it go off of?
I think it went off, yep.
Yep, went off of his, didn't it? Tried to turn the corner and get to the rim. 94 seconds to go, opening half. Pass is stolen. Wilson to the corner goes, and that three will splash in for Sean Foster. Three-point sponsor tonight is Webb Insurance Agency. That's the 7th three-point field goal of the season for Sean Foster. Sean's now got 13 in the game. Pass down the corner goes to Mashai Scott. To the top, here's that left-handed three. Yep. That one will go. Tyron Hines now has 14 points as he knocks down a Webb Insurance three-point field goal. To the rim and finishing, Amari Addy's got 4. Spartans trying to get to 50 by the time we get to the break. Been a 24-point quarter for Lima Senior after having 22 in the opening quarter. You can see Sims just can't find anybody to get to. Finally, he does. There's another three. Hines now with 17 in the game. Back-to-back three-point field goals. Back-to-back three-point field goals brought to you by Webb Insurance Agency. Here's Amari Addy gets a three look. And out ahead of the pack is Hines. He goes to the rim, lost the basketball though. Fights for the rebound. And throws it back on top to a teammate. 10 seconds to go. Another three will go up. Bounces around, no. Addy rebounds. Sean Foster trying to get a look before the halftime buzzer comes from midcourt. Off the side of the backboard it goes. But Lima Senior will have Toledo Scott doubled up after 16 minutes. It's 46-23 Lima. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Halftime at Lima Senior. Our presenting sponsor tonight is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. Mark Stein, Jerry Snodgrass. Jerry, Lima Senior certainly has played very well. On Toledo Scott's side, they got 23 points and 17 of them came from Tyron Hines.
Yeah, he's impressive. I was that for a sophomore. When you're in the locker room and you're Toledo Scott, you say, well, what do you say? What adjustments? I don't think it's a matter of adjustments. You just really encourage your players. You're playing against a much better team. And you just encourage and say, hang on to the ball, make shorter passes. Square up and make sure whether you're throwing it, don't throw it on the run. And get it across midcourt, and you never know. You can at least make a game of it.
Lima Seniors had quarter scores of 22 and 24. They have 3 players in double figures. Sean Foster with 13, Jaquel Cotton with 12, 10 for Willie Foster. They have shared the ball well.
Yes, they have. And how many times did we see, somebody's open up ahead, they throw it. And I think that's caught my eye probably as much as anything.
And they didn't foul much in quarter number 2. That was the problem in the opening quarter, but they cleaned it up in quarter number 2.
Yeah, and I kind of thought that. I thought, we saw a lot more scoring, I thought, we did, 14 out of Scott. But then I look and, hey, 24 in the second quarter by Lima Senior.
That's our halftime show, brought to you today by our presenting sponsor, Wapakoneta Ford. Second half action coming up after this. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. We're ready for third quarter action from Lima Senior. Our third quarter sponsor tonight is Pat's Donuts and Cream. Visit any of our 4 area locations, including our newest location at 600 South Cable, next to Lima Central Catholic, and they're open daily. Second half action from Lima Senior. Lima Senior quarter scores of 22 and 24. Toledo Scott quarter scores of 9 and 14. Scott is 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Lima Senior is 9 of 13, and it will be Scott basketball to start our third 8-minute stanza.
Lima Senior's coming out with their starting lineup from the game.
Lima Senior will play Toledo Woodward here on Tuesday night, and then on Saturday the 21st in the Coach Q Classic, they will have Oregon Clay here. And then on the 27th, Jerry, you and I will be back here as Lima Senior will play Finley here at rival game.
Rival.
Yeah.
We're talking tonight, and their first game that they started playing on a regular basis again was in 1983.
And we're back to a 7-second situation when Lima Senior commits a foul. A couple players there. It is assessed to Amari Addy, his second foul. And after we talked about Spartan just cleaning it up, keeping their hands out of cookie jars to get caught right away. Double team on the sideline, looking for somebody to pass to and try to Sims looking for a way to get out of traffic, and we get a held ball.
Oh, I thought he called a foul.
Yeah,
on
I did
first,
too.
You know.
And conversation with our officiating crew. Oh, the arrow hadn't been flipped yet. Yeah. So they did. Lima Senior will get possession. The arrow will flip back then. Ball was tipped loose. Trying to get it to Cotton, but it was tipped loose by Allison. They're going to throw it ahead. Sims. Here's Hines. We talked about multiple times. He works his way to the rim. Continues with his scoring. He's got 19 now. 7 in the opening quarter, 10 in the second quarter, and now 2 here in the third. Sean Foster in the corner. Amari Addy. Jaquel Cotton gets a 3. Splash. 3-point field goal sponsored by Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years with offices in downtown Lima and in Bluffton. His third 3-point field goal.
He looks just so smooth when he's shooting that. You know, his feet are under him well.
Could pass inside, but it went off of Radley Buchanan. Has to track it down in the corner. That ball's stolen, but Wilson went through a receiver, I believe. See what the call is. It is on Boog Wilson, his second. Into the game quickly is Noah Simpson. He will replace Billy Foster.
You know, you get them, you know, if they're in the court like that, you do see a lot of hands, don't you? I mean, you know, it's almost, I don't want to say and question officials at all when I say this, but sometimes you can't call them all, you know.
Well, Jerry, you and I are from an age where we know the name of Red Auerbach. Power move inside will not fall for Scott. And Red Auerbach says, put your hands on the first quarter, and by the second quarter, it looked like they belong there.
Yep.
Legendary coach of the Boston Celtics.
You know, speaking of that, and I say this all the time, I don't think basketball, I don't think the game has changed all that much. You know what I'm saying? I know talent has and all that, but there's only so much you can do.
Sean Foster for 3. Tip in goes to Jaquel Cotton. He's got 17. Now finish that thought.
But, you know, there's only so many offenses, you know. I think lately we've seen a lot of circle motion and things like that that have kind of opened the game up a little bit. But, you know, the fundamentals of the game are still there, and that's how you win.
If you can't pass and dribble and you can't shoot, here to the rim goes Boog Wilson, and he will score and draw an and-one opportunity.
You know, I'll tell you what, you know, you see that, not only was it a great steal, you know, without calling a foul, without getting a foul on that, but I think that's such a tough shot. You know, you're going full speed, you got 2 people on your back like that, and still being able to go up left-handed and get it in.
Free throw sponsor is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Adelphus, and in St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here. Wilson's got 4 in the game, and now 5. It's his 3-point play. Spin move inside will not fall for Jaden Sims. Cotton just kept running, got the rebound, kept running right down the middle of the floor, ran a little rim run action. He will get to go to the free throw line.
You know, players love playing like that. You know what? I mean, you get down the floor. You know, he was the last man on the court. Got all the way down and still had the shot because you know if you hustle down, you're going to get a chance to score.
Jaquel Cotton, who made 2 free throws in quarter number 2. Steps up, and that is the first free throw missed of the season for Jaquel Cotton. Back to the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line he will go, and before he does so, we will get a Scott timeout. 5:56 to go in the third. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. And today's scoreboard is brought to you by Rhodes State College. Start your journey today at Rhodes State College. Timeout. This will be the third timeout for Toledo Scott. Back to the free throw line will be Jaquel Cotton.
You know, Mark, they just announced the 50-50 is, just about $1,000,
yeah.
and it's just about it's about $22,000 short of what the Marion Local Coldwater was in football.
Congratulations, Marion Local and Coldwater. MAC League now has 150 state champions in all sports. Wow. How about that?
I think we learned, in football with 5 Northwest Ohio teams in the finals that Northwest Ohio sports, and I can say that from working statewide, are pretty darn good.
Lima Senior lost to Whitmer on a Tuesday night. They were in the state tournament a year ago in basketball. A lot of schools in our area thinking they might get there this year, particularly since we have like 16 or 18 or 20 divisions now. Wilson will tip it loose, and he goes to the rim and finishes on a steal and a score by Boog Wilson. 7 in the game for him.
Can't tell he played football with that anticipation skill from the weak side.
Tremendous wide receiver. Got a chance to play running back once in a while, too. That ball's tipped out of bounds by Wilson. Talk about problems if you are Toledo Scott. Tyron Hines is your leading scorer with 19 in the game. He's also got 3 fouls now. Checking into the game is Deshad Greer. And also Noah Simpson checked in. Spartans comfortably up by 32. And steal, Cotton. Got his hands low where they're supposed to be. Cotton thought about the pull-up jumper, instead exploded to the rim. 20 for Jaquel in the game. 6 in the first quarter, 6 in the second. He's got 8 already here in this quarter, and we've only played 3 minutes of it. Hines tried to back down. Got a shot blocked by Cotton. This is becoming the Jaquel Cotton third quarter, and he just ran over.
He had no choice on that. He was airborne and had no choice whatsoever.
That is Jaquel's 3rd foul. He joins Noah Simpson in that category as he ran over Jaden Sims. And with the Spartans comfortably ahead, Coach Simpson decides to leave him in. 4:47 to go in the third as we're approaching running clock territory. Wilson out playing great defense again.
Wilson's just baiting him to put that ball in front of him.
And got a steal. Here's a throw ahead. Willie Foster, but it's run down by Hines. Hines going to work his way all the way to the rim, and left-hander goes off glass and scores points 20 and 21 for him. Noah Simpson in the lane. Lobs it to Foster, and Willie went up for the dunk. Got an undercut, and he will go to the free throw line.
That's a thing, it's so tough because the Spartans pass the ball so well that it's just so hard to go off and help when anybody driving the lane because they're going to end up tossing it back right away.
And Tyrone Hines now has foul number 4. Willie Foster makes the first of his Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throws. Isaiah Cunningham enters, and Tyrone Hines doesn't want to leave, but with those 4 fouls, Mashai Scott will take his place. He has 21 of their 27 points, is Tyrone Hines. Just a sophomore.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with him.
Here's Willie Foster's second opportunity. That also goes. He was shooting 67% from the free throw line before this evening. Now has 12 points as he makes both of those. Working out front, Jaden Sims. Down to the corner it goes, and see where Scott looks for points now. And we are going to get an official's timeout. And I do not know why. Must have some moisture. Yeah, must be some moisture on the court. The annual TB44 WSN funding campaign is underway now. Our goal is to raise $175,000 or more by the end of the year. Your donations stay local and are used to support WTLW and WSN, so you can donate today at axministries.com. Amazing what you get to do when you're a coach, isn't it, Jerry? Now you get to clean the floor up a little bit. Mentioned Jerry and I will be back here on the 27th, and then Lima Senior will host Toledo Central Catholic. Then on the 28th, that'll be an interesting back-to-back games that weekend. A couple of teams that used to play in the track when that league was in existence. Pass into the corner. This is Scott. Shy gives it up, and we get a Willie Foster steal. Willie heads to the rim. He missed the dunk this time. Long three will go up, this time by Montrese Harris. Cotton with another rebound. Finds Noah Simpson. Noah Simpson gets himself to the rim, missed a shot. Here's a run out. We're going to go the other way. Harris will go to the rim, and he will score. Montrese Harris in the books for the first time tonight. 3:16 to go. Willie Foster for three. Well, I missed the dunk, so I'm going to come back and get you at the other end as he makes a Webb Insurance three-point field goal. He's got 15 in the game. He's got 4 of those for the season now.
Well, that's pretty good when you've got a player that can, play at that level inside, or play at the rim like that and then turn around and hit a three.
As I said that a moment ago, Jerry, Chris Jackson, longtime assistant coach here, to the rim, and getting fouled on the way to the rim was Montrese Harris. Chris Jackson, longtime assistant coach here. Make sure I get Lima Senior stats after every game. And as a guy who loves to read stat pages, I really appreciate that.
Yep.
And the foul went to, looks like Boog Wilson picked up foul number 3, and Montrese Harris will get a couple of free throw opportunities, sponsored by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. So got 3 in the game now. 34 Spartan lead, point Spartan lead. If you notice the clock is running, that's because they got to 35. That starts the running clock, and it stays there until the score should go below 30 in the differential.
I remember, Mark, when I put that in, I was responsible for putting that in. At the time, it was a tournament, and that was to keep the, clock from having to stop, not stop, going. And so you had to let it go down a little bit before you could, go back to it.
Deshaun Greer's battling at the rim, and he will draw contact. Mari Addy went to the rim and wasn't able to finish. Do you remember a really good NBA player named Don Chaney?
Absolutely.
Mari Addy reminds me of that. Tremendous wingspan, handles the ball really, really well. He just reminds me of that type of player. Free throw for Deshaun Greer. No, I'm sorry, that's not Deshaun Greer. There's another, it is Deshaun Greer. Okay. And that one goes. He makes both of his Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throws. Got 5 points in the game now. Under a minute to go. 36-point Spartan lead. Spartan still out defended. That ball got loose thanks to good defensive pressure by Willie Foster. Clock continues to run, of course.
Mark, I watch that pressure, especially on the perimeter like that, and I just think to myself the number of times maybe, you're sitting on that bench and, you're like, what else do you do?
Yes.
I'm waiting for the player to say to the coach or something, hey, you come out here and try this.
I almost got fired my very first JV game. I'll explain that why. Oh, a long three. Chalk that one up to Sean Foster. He's got 16 in the game as he makes a Webb Insurance three-point field goal. 69-30. This one's going to see if we can get a Scott shot up before the end of the quarter. Long three from them. Bounces off the rim. Spartans up 39 as we head to the fourth. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. quarter action from Lima Senior. Presenting sponsor today is Wapak Canetta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at WapakCanettaFord.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapak-Canetta. And Rhodes State College has been our scoreboard sponsor tonight. Start your journey at Rhodes State College. Spartans with a 23-7 score in quarter number 3 and have taken this out to a 69-30 victory. Started to say a moment ago, Jerry.
I wanted to hear this.
Well, we're getting Preston to death. I'm assistant coach, JV coach at Bellevue High School. We're getting pressed to death from the very first game. I'm varsity set beside the varsity coach. He looks at me and says, "What do you think we should do?" And I said, "Get the ball over midcourt." That was not the proper answer at that particular time, and we got over it after the game. He didn't want a sarcastic comment, I guess, from his JV coach at that particular point in time. So Lima Senior playing a little man-to-man. Nope, they're going to play switching up, play some zone. There's a long three, bounces off the rim. Greer rebounds. Sean Foster. Willie Foster goes to the rim again and finishes with the left hand. He's got 17. Jaquel Cotton has 20, and Sean Foster has 16 for Lima Senior this evening.
It's so difficult to get in front of him. Controls his body so well while he's in the air.
Spartans playing a switching man-to-man, switching everything right now. Ball goes out on top to Montrese Harris. Montrese had 3 points in the last quarter. Ball fake and headed to the rim is Jaden Sims. Willie Foster rebounds. Noah Simpson's ahead of the pack. And he challenges, and Noah Simpson goes to the rim. Noah's got 4 in the game on a good outlet pass and score. 73-40. Sims passes over to Mashai Scott. And down in the corner goes to Monte Allison. Step back three will bounce off the rim. Willie Foster with another rebound, throws it ahead again. Greer makes a good catch. And spin moves, and Deshaun Greer scores inside. He's got 7. Really great when you can trust your athletes to run down a pass like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
People go, "That's a bad pass." Nope, not when you got guys like that can go get it. And we get a Toledo Scott timeout. 5:57 to go. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. Fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Pat's Donuts and Cream. Visit any of our 4 area locations, including our newest location at 600 South Cable, next to the Lima Central Catholic. They're open daily. And we just had a 4th Toledo Scott timeout. Our timeouts today are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services. Helping you plan your financial future. You can call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. Toledo Scott's taking a timeout in each quarter. This one with 5:57 to go. As they trail 75-30. I think that's about we're just throwing shots up. Let's get back and play some basketball.
I think you're right.
Lima Senior scored.
Don't make this any worse than it is.
Yeah, Lima Senior scored 6-0 here in the first 2 minutes plus of this running clock, fourth quarter. Pass up on top goes to Allison. Pass inside. This is a movement by Ballard. And Boog Wilson will lead things the other way. He finds Noah Simpson in the corner. Skip pass. And Willie Foster goes to the rim. He's got 19 in the game now. As usual, the top 3 scorers, Lima Senior, Jaquel Cotton with 20, 19 Willie Foster, 16 Sean Foster. And then really balanced by the other guys. Ballard works inside, challenges Cotton, and scores with a nice move. Braylon Ballard's a junior, has his first basket of the evening. That will stay with Lima Senior.
But, even there, Mark, with that pass, granted it was tipped, it went out of bounds, still on the senior ball, but gets a guy ahead, the unselfish play. And I think that's a key to to so much success for teams.
Pass goes out on top to Isaiah Boog Wilson. Wilson goes to the rim. Spun out on him. Tipped by Greer. Numbers the other way for Scott. Sims pulls up from the three-point line. Bounces out. It's tracked down in the corner by Amari Addy. Addy pushes the ball to the corner. Goes Simpson goes baseline. And that's taken away from him. This is Sims going to head the other way. 2-on-1, and Sims misses. Pressure by Cotton, who rebounds. And overshoots Greer, and things are a little bit helter-skelter right now. Spartan's going to run some new bodies into the game. Here comes number 10, Isaiah Cotton. He has played, or Isaiah Cunningham. He's played already this evening. Looks James Bankston wears number 12. Terry's in the game. He wears number 14. And number 21, Amir Simpson's in the game. Spartans starters are done for this evening with 4 minutes to go in this one. Pass on top goes to Allison. And now number 3 has the basketball, Buchanan. Sims tries to go to the corner. Baseline move, and it's cut off that time. Good defensive play by James Bankston, but it will stay with Toledo Scott Bulldogs. Three by Sims. Misses. Rebound. Taco Haithcock. Cunningham will pull up from 3. Isaiah gets a look and missed it. Rebound. Kicked back out. And down to the corner it goes. Bankston working, and will get a held ball between he and Braylon Ballard.
Yeah, just kind of bobbled it a little bit. Couldn't get control of it and ended up being a tied-up ball.
Got some threes going up in this quarter. Nobody's made one yet. The Webb Insurance Agency sponsors our three-point field goal tonight, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years with offices in downtown Lima and in Bluffton. Bankston tries to make a move. Cunningham wanted to get a three, could not. Bankston pull-up jump shot, goes off the rim, and the rebound is secured by Lalonte Allison. This will be a 3 out of the corner. This will go up from Rashad Reed. That missed. Bankston rebounds, will go the other way with 2.5 to go. Pull-up 3, and that one will go. Taco Haithcock has his second three-point field goal of the year, sponsored by Webb Insurance Agency. Here's Hines trying to work to the rim. That young man is impressive. That's his 23rd point tonight out of their 32, and he's been in foul trouble most of the second half. Isaiah Cunningham will get a 3 look. Bounces around. And then battle at midcourt before Hines comes up with it. Spins into the lane and scores again. 25 for him in the game. 17 in the first half.
Left-hander that made a nice move to his right. Come back to his left.
Taco Haithcock trying to get loose. Step back 3. This will go up from Amir Simpson. Stolen. Working inside is Terry. Nope. And what do we have? The foul is going to go against number 14. That's Braylon Ballard for Scott. And Denare Terry will go to the free throw line for Lima Senior. Our free throws are brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here. Terry makes the first free throw. And also the second. 2 points in the game for him as we're under a minute to go. Pass inside, goes off the hands of Ballard. Lima Senior heads the other way. Spartans make a nice pass, goes cross court. Terry has points 3 and 4 for him. Excuse me, that was not Terry. That was Amir Simpson had that basket. But a really good pass from Isaiah Cunningham that time. Well, we're going to get an and one opportunity Tyrone Hines has 27. And looking at Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw for 28 in the game. And the left-hander bounces it out. Spartans throw it ahead to Cunningham. Isaiah goes to the rim and finishes. And Lima Senior will take this one by a score of 86 to 38. Lima Senior will go to 3-1 on the season. They will now be 2-0 in the Toledo Athletic Conference. Toledo Scott will drop to 2-3. They will be 0-2 in the conference. And Jerry, this was Lima Senior from the very beginning.
Yes, it was. You know, we knew the pressure would probably tell the story and the quickness, and yeah, that's exactly what it was. It just relentless in that first quarter that opened it up, and the rest was easy.
Toledo Scott had quarter scores of 9, 14, 7, and 8 for their 38 points. Lima Senior had quarter scores of 22, 24, 23, and 17 for their 86. The leading scorer in the basketball game was Tyrone Hines from Scott. He had 27 in the basketball game. For Lima Senior, the big three scored for them again. 20 from Jokel Cotton, 19 from Willie Foster, 16 from Sean Foster. But a lot of good balance, Jerry, from those other guys who stepped in.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. You know, you can talk about the great scores, but when you have that balance and anybody can score, that is a telltale sign of a very, very good team.
I want to thank our sponsors this evening. That's been Pat's Donuts and Cream, Wapak Canetta Ford, Road State College, Webb Insurance Agency, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and Metzger Financial Services. Thank the athletic director, Mr. John Zell. Met Gary and I at the door tonight when we came in. Kelsey Beimer did all the camera work and audio work here in the Lima Senior High School. And Nick Fredig will edit this all together back at the station on Beatty Road. Lima Senior goes to 3-1, 2-0 in the Toledo City Athletic League with an 86-38 win over the Toledo Scott Bulldogs. You've been watching high school basketball on WOSN.